instant life? No. No instant ramen for you. No instant ramen for you, man. Sorry. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain J. And tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do. Because tonight I am running Mardu Ultra Vampires. I've wanted to get back into a vampire deck for a while. And I feel like I've done a lot of them. And there has been a persistent person in my Discord and in my streams saying, you've got to play my vampires. They've been pestering me for a while. Rose Karibo has been saying, this vampire deck got me to Mythic. It is the best vampire deck out there. It is a #1 premium, top choice, top shelf vampire deck. They've been telling me. Unfortunately, they've only posted blurry screenshots of it in vague kind of ways. So I finally put together the puzzle pieces of that what they were showing me with a vampire deck. I've modified it for my own suits here, and we're going to take a look at this Mardu kind of aggro vampire ultimate list right here. So before we do that, I need you to do something for me, which is, of course, tenderly press that like button, gently press that subscribe button, because if you don't press that like and subscribe button, well, you will be attacked by the like and subscribe. It's just going to happen. I mean, you can't avoid that type of thing happening, being attacked by a YouTube werewolf. Join us on our stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj for all live streaming goodness, where you too can pester me insistently every night to play your vampire deck, and maybe I'll do it. Who knows? It might happen. You check out our Discord community, where you can also post your vampire deck over and over again and insist that it's the best in the world and that I should play it, and I might. And of course, this deck and all the other ones, all the other vampire decks that I build, are available down below on my AetherHub. So if you want to check that out, if you want to check all this out, just go right down in the description, leave a comment, make sure you like the video. Here we go into some good vampire goodness here. So basically the idea is aggression and sacrifice. And again, we have 3 colors, just a splash of white, and we have kind of the all-stars, vampire all-stars here, which is something I've been meaning to do. Annihilating Glare for that sacrifice, destroy target creature, planeswalker. You have to sacrifice or play a little bit more. Now, you're saying there's a couple other ones. There's why not do, one of the questions I get is, why not do one that's like Eaten Alive or something like that? It doesn't really matter. I mean, one is additional cost to this, pay 1 more black. This is a little bit more flexible with mana, so that's why we kind of do that. Either one is fine. Removal. If you want to run removal, I would say probably one of the biggest shortcomings, perhaps, of this deck that I found while playing it a whole bunch is the lack thereof. If you want to play this deck, I would definitely consider investing in a little heavier in the kill cards. There is a big problem right now that, you know, it's like kill or be killed. Everyone is running a huge amount of removal, and the reason they're doing that is because the creature combos are so ridiculously powerful. So aggro and stuff like that kind of need to be shut down. Falcon Wreath Pit Fighter. Now, I'm not a big fan of this card. However, in this particular deck, it's actually pretty good because of its aggression. We're trying to go a lot of damage early on. We're not trying to bog down in kind of a long game. We're trying to finish him quick. 1 red, 2/1, discard a card, sacrifice a vampire, draw 2 cards. Does give you access to some more cards as you go. Keeps the flow growing. And a 2/1 is a nice aggressive card to play on turn 1 and swing in with. Voldaren Epicure. 1 red, 1/1, deals 1 damage to each opponent, and you create a blood token. Blood is going to be important because we're going to need sacrifice artifacts right there. We're going to need to drink that blood because we are a vampire. Yeah. I mean, this is like a mono red staple, usually. Like, as a common card and as a vampire, it's pretty effective overall. It's a really good one. Why not have it in here? You know, again, aggression. We have a lot of early plays here. Go for the throat, yeah, removal package. What are we talking about the removal? We're going to go for the throat, Annihilating Glare. If you don't want go for Bitter Triumph, that also has Cavaliero on it, Clavileños or whatever his name is on it. Infernal Grasp, not a bad one. Cut Down is not a bad one if you want to go anti-aggro. All those are perfectly fine. Voldaren Bloodcaster. I've been getting more and more into this one lately because we got a lot of bat action, you know? We got a lot of bat action with the recent Caves of Ixalan release, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot in there. 1 black, 1, 2/1, Vampire Wizard from the Moon, flying. Whenever Voldaren Bloodcaster or another non-token creature dies, create a blood token. Whenever you create a blood token, if you control 5 or more, you transform her, and then she creates she turns the blood tokens into bats, 2/2 blast with flying and haste, in addition to their to its other types. So Vampire Wizard, really cool stuff. Anytime something dies, you're gonna get a blood token and increase the amount of blood you have, which can of course increase amount that the other cards that you have to get cards or for sacrifice purposes. Vran, my dude, for real. You know about that, man. I love Gain and Drain. 1 black and 1. He's a Phyrexian vampire. He is pretty cool. 2/2. Whenever one or more creatures you control dies, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. It only triggers once each turn, but it does trigger on your opponent's turn. So you can trigger it once on your turn, and you can trigger it once on your opponent's turn. If you have a sacrifice outlet like Bartolome, you can just sacrifice something, a little guy like a Voldaren Epicure or something like that. Something small, just to make sure you hit the gain and drain effects every single time. I've won games because of Vran. He is a very good card. For 2/2 with that gain and drain effect for 2, very useful. Bartolome de Presidio, de la Vega Alaguere de la Garza. He has a very long, I think, it's more Portuguese, kind of old Spanish Portuguese. They always sounded more Portuguese than modern Spanish to me, but I think that's because old Spanish, like Middle Spanish, what we would call like Old English or Middle English from like the 1500s or 1600s, sounds different. 1 black and white, Orzhov colors, 2/1, Vampire Knight, legendary creature. Sacrifice another creature or artifact, put a 1/1 counter. Again, the amount of blood tokens that we have, the more blood he can drink, the bigger he can get. Bless the sinner who has sacrificed his blood so that I may live. Very useful. So again, if the more creatures that die using Voldaren Bloodcaster or something like that, the more gain and drain we get, the more blood we can sacrifice to him, or creatures we can sacrifice. Having an instant sacrifice outlet is so useful, because if people are playing removal, if they're playing kill cards or anything like that, we can always just sacrifice to start feeding people to Bartolome. Bloodtide Harvester is probably one of the best cards, probably one of the best Rakdos cards in the game right now. I mean, like I've said before in other videos, it sees play in like old decks, like Vintage and other stuff like that. Not even Vintage, but like Timeless. Like, this is such a good card. It sees play everywhere. 1 black and 1 red. It's a 3/2 for 2 mana, which is already value town, but it creates a blood token, which is a sacrifice outlet for more cards. Then, of course, you can sacrifice Bloodtide Harvester itself. Creature gets a -X into the end of turn, where X is the number, double the number of blood tokens. He creates 1, and with Voldaren Epicure, you can have 2, which means you can sacrifice him for a -4/-4. A lot of blood sacrifices going on. Really good stuff. Just an aggressive card. Again, a lot of these all of these high power, low toughness kind of vampires going in early on. Let's get them stronger. Let's put off Markov Baron right here. Probably one of the better cards from Aftermath. 1 black and 2/2, Convoke, Lifelink, other vampires you control get +1/+1. Fantastic. Madness, meaning you can, if you discard it, you can actually play it for its discard cost, which means that activating something like a blood token, you discard a card and then sacrifice, you can discard Markov Baron and Convoke him. Convoke him means that you can, each creature you control pays 1 or more of its of that creature's color, so you can actually Convoke him out. You can pay a lot of different ways. You can discard him. He's just a very, very versatile type of guy right here, Markov Baron. And everybody else, he's a captain. Everybody else gets +1/+1. Now, here's kind of the secret trick of this one. We're talking about sacrifice plays here. I recently did a Rakdos Grab and Sack, which was a starter deck. A lot of people saying, Jay, you have any starter decks? I did a completely artisan starter deck, no rares, no mythic rares, and it was about taking things and sacrificing them. This is another way to do that. This is Dominating Vampire. 2 red and 1 3/3. When Dominating Vampire enters the battlefield, gain control of target creature with mana value less than or equal to the number of vampires you control until the end of turn. Untap that creature, it gains haste. So if you have a lot of vampires on the board, at least 3 or 4, because that's generally what you're going to be able to grab and stab from people, it's a great way to do that, especially, again, if you have the sacrifice outlets like Bartolome or any other thing that lets you immediately just turn that into fodder and kill it. You can grab it, swing it in, sacrifice it is a very big way. A lot of times when you do that to somebody, you grab their biggest creature, most powerful creature, they usually just quit because they see what's coming, especially when they know that you can sacrifice it as well. Speaking of sacrificing things for explosions, this card has won me a lot of games. March of the Machine, as far as vampires go, this one's a great one. 1 red and 2, 1/1 Vampire Warrior, backup, sacrifice this creature. It deals damage equal to the number of its power any number of targets. What does that mean? It means backup means when it comes into play, somebody else gets +2/+2. And they also get the ability to sacrifice themselves for 1. It deals damage equal to its power to any target. All of those high power things like Bloodtide Harvester, all of a sudden, you put down Voldaren Thrillseeker, it all of a sudden becomes a 5/4. It can swing in, possibly even hitting somebody, and then explode itself for 5 damage at any target. Very, very useful. It gives that ability, backup everything under the word backup line, so it gets +2, +1/+1, and that ability to sacrifice only until the end of turn. You can't really do more with it. So you have to be able to have that 1 mana to immediately sacrifice. It's a great way of finishing off something right there. And again, sacrificing itself, and then Voldaren Seeker still gets the ability to sacrifice itself later on. And if we're talking about sacrificing vampires, we got to talk about Vito, Fanatic of Aklazotz, 1 black, 1 white, and 2, 4/4 flying, a vampire demon. He has fully ascended to his demon form. This guy feeds off sacrifice. He's not as good as his old Vito card, but he is still pretty good. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, you gain 2 life. If it is the first time, second time, they lose 2 life. Third time, you create a 4/3 black and white, a vampire demon creature token flying. Very useful. So, sacrifice any permanent. That includes blood. So the more blood you drink with Bartolome, the more you sacrifice Bloodtide Harvester or Voldaren Thrillseeker, the more you explode, the more you do any kind of sacrifice plays, the stronger he's going to get. He synchronizes really nicely with Bartolome and also Vran. All of that goes together really, really well. It all kind of feeds into each other. So 1 plains, 1 swamps, 1 Takanumas, 1 mountains, 1 Sokuzen, Caves of Koilos, Black Cleave, Haunted, Sulphur Springs. You really want your red-black because I think that's going to be your primary mode of playing. We only have 2 cards that have white on them. It's really red and black's kind of game right here. Cavern of Souls for our counterspell friends who want to stop all of our vampires from coming out. 1 Voldaren Estate and 3 Secluded Courtyard, which of course will let you hit off. Will let you hit off like a tribal effect or something like that. You just choose creature type. Same with Cavern of Souls, can't be counter. Voldaren Estate's a great way to make blood as well. So there it is. 33 creatures altogether, 33 vampires. It is fully automated. It just has more creatures than you could possibly even do with. Everything is a vamp. 3 instants, 2 sorceries, 22 lands altogether with a 2.1 average. Very low to the ground, very aggro, very Mardu. Again, mostly on black and red. Mostly black, really. Number 1 black, number 2 red, and then a splish splash of white right there. It is modified, again, from Rose Karibo. Big shout out to Rose Karibo. I want to make this very clear that this was totally Rose Karibo's idea. He said he already got him to Mythic. I said, all right, if you tell me vampires can get you to Mythic, I'm going to believe you and I'm going to run it. And I'm going to see. Again, this is my version. I've modified a couple of things. I've changed things to my liking, as should you. Whenever you get a deck, even from me, you should always kind of tweak it a little bit. It's kind of like driving somebody else's car. It might be their car, but you got to tweak the mirrors. You got to change the radio station, put the air conditioner on how you want, move the seat back and forward. Just make it fit you. But a big shout out to him. You can go find him on our Discord. I don't think he's a content creator. Otherwise, I'd link his Twitch. I'd link his YouTube. He's just a friend. He's just a good fan of the channel and has been insisting I try this one. He says it's the best in the world. We're going to see. It's got pedigree. He said it got him to Mythic. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Here we go into it. Hey, if you got a deck you want me to try, just shoot it to me. Come by the Discord. Message me. Anything like that. I'm always willing to look. I love taking a look at other people's decks. And let's get going. Let's get into it. Delicious water. I might have to go back to heavy discard. That may be the way to go. What do you guys think about that? Heavy discard. Like, not letting shit through. Bloodtide Harvester. It can't be counterspelled, so this blue is going to be really unhappy. Yeah, I know this blue deck. He's not happy. He's got two different... He loves islands so much. He has different styles of island for each one. That's how into islands this dude is. And I can't imagine he's feeling very happy right now about this situation. Because you can't island yourself to victory here. Alex Duan, how you doing, man? Yeah, it's something is rotten in Standard right now. I don't know what it is. I don't know what happened. We had a really good season last season. But this season, something is wrong. Something is deeply wrong. Vran is a vampire. Yeah. There's a couple Phyrexian vampires, believe it or not. Vran my dude for real though. He my dude for real. Dun 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 dun. Pass. My turn. I'm surprised this Cavern of Souls. This guy just didn't immediately give up when he saw Cavern of Souls. Vampire. Boom. Bop. Uncounterable. Uncounterable. You only have so many knockbacks. He's already used one of them. Impulse. Yeah, it'll be a miracle, honestly. In 20 days, I expect to be Diamond. 20 days to Diamond, I think, is reasonable. Especially trying to do what I'm doing, which is play a new deck every single night. No way we're going to find that many acceptable decks. No way. Another Fading Hope. Very nice. It's only got 2 of them left. Can't counterspell it. Yeah, I've been running a sack deck with a bit of discard package to get some of the removal spells that everyone's running. I think discard might be the way to go, man. We might have to try to get those turn 1 duresses, man. That might be the key. Counter target creature spell, it's not going to work. There you go. This is honestly, this one card is the main reason you don't see as much mono blue on the ladder. And this deck lost so much of its gas because of this one card. It lost an insane amount of gas because of that one card. What's up, Onimusha Raider? What's the good news? Older Bloodcaster, so let's do Thrill Seeker. Shoot the thrill! Let's do that. Let's do that. Too many women and too many pills. Alright, let's do black. Why did it keep wanting to double tap my Cavern of Souls? That's what I want to know. We're gonna swing, pop, pop. Sacrifice. Boom. You finish it off right there, yeah. He's not gonna be happy about that. You just reached plat. Hey, let's go. Listen, man, plat is the new diamond, so I mean, pretty much, that's where you're at right now. Deep Cavern Cat. He played the deck I made. Yes, I sure did. And you know what else, D. Ross Karibo, aka Danny Boy, the uploaded version that you made still didn't fucking work because you uploaded it from a weird way, and Arena wouldn't recognize any of the fucking cards in it. So I still had to manually make it. So it's actually not quite your deck. I've modified it a little bit, but it is the Mardu Vampire Explosion deck. So even after Update 1, where you posted a picture of it, and Update 2, where then you exported it, the export wouldn't even work, which is pretty funny when you think about it. You said it got you to Mythic, man. I'm gonna try to believe you, bro. You use Mono White. I was trying to run Mono White Life Gain, and I got murdered, dude. I got fucking murdered trying to run Mono White. Like, Life Gain, they were just like, yeah, okay, that sounds good. How about instead you fucking lose the game and then die? How about we do that instead? So yeah, I made a couple of Vampire All-Stars based on Danny Boy's instructions. His vague instructions, but oh, how'd the TikToks do? I'm not on TikTok because I don't want to be. So is Falcon Wreath Pit Fighter worth it? This was the one I put like one of these in there because I'm really not onto that guy. Soldier, Thalia, Guardian of Throbbin, Secluded Courtyard. Let's say Vampire, aka the World. The World is in fact a vampire. Bump, bump, bump. Should I invest into crafting some lands? If you're going to craft cards, lands are never a bad idea. The reason being is, my lands are never a bad idea are because they're the basis of your deck. Okay, that guy quit too. If you want to run 2 colors, more importantly than the good 2-color cards are the good 2-color lands. So it's not a bad idea to get a nice mana base because that's actually what you run off of. So I'm seeing that, man. You've been telling me how long you've been telling me, D. Ross Karibo, aka Danny Boy. You've been telling me for what, a month? You're like, Jay, you gotta try this vampire deck. I'm blowing you off for a month, and I said finally. He only gave me vague instructions of it. You know, he gave me like a half a screenshot. He wrote it down on like a parchment that I had to go through a temple to go find. You know, he gave me like these kind of, instead of clear directions on what to do, he was, solve this riddle, the Sphinx's riddle that, and finally I got there, and it's pretty good. It's a good deck. Very similar to the, I ran one a little while ago from none other than Mr. What's his name? Capricorn, Quarantine Capricorn. He also did a Mardu Vampire Sack, which was very similar to this one, but, there's only so many cards. That's the thing about what people talk about. Oh, this guy ripped off this guy. I think CGB just found himself in a little bit of some people were saying, oh, he ripped off somebody. And the thing is, there's only so many good cards, man. We're way deep into Standard right now, and if you say, oh yeah, well a month ago this guy put out a deck like this, like, yeah, probably he did. There's only so many fucking cards that work. So, you know, there's only a couple of ways that we can put the tools that we have together that are going to actually get any wins. So yeah, there's occasionally going to be some overlap in what people do. But that's fine, man. I love looking at other people's things. If that's, you know, it's, let me see, discard a card. Let's get rid of Sulphur Springs. All this stuff in my hand looks pretty good, though. Yeah, see, that's why I did it. Vampire. The world is a vampire, you may or may not know. Sacrifice another creature artifact. I'm a little worried about putting him out. He just said he quit. Okay, so this deck apparently just makes people lose. They just don't even want to play again. They look at it and like their life gets drained away. They go like, no, I just want to die instead. No rotation, it's been worse. Yeah, and so there's going to be a lot of people. I've even seen people tell me in my comments, oh, I think you stole this deck from somewhere. You got this deck from somewhere. Bro, there's only so many cards and combinations that we can put together as content creators, man. I always cite my influences. I'm clearly telling you that Danny Boy, aka D. Ross Karibo, you know, built the main structure of this deck, if not most of it, and been suggesting it for a while. That's, you know, yeah. There's like you say, oh, he built a stompy deck with fight rigging and pugnacious hammer skull. Yeah, of course. That's the best green combo ramp in the game right now. Of course people are going to run. Yeah, you're going to have similar cards together, you know? It's like the Spider-Man. Yeah, it's even worse with no rotation. I don't care. It's not worth it. Blackleaf Cliffs. Bloodtide Harvester. We're trying to, man. Thank you for following Anonimo. A VTuber with blue hair who sings. Bro, do you know how many VTubers with blue hair there are, man? Like, I don't mean to be mean, but that's not narrowing it down even a little bit. Even the slightest fucking bit. I bet you're better off just Googling that. Dominating Vamp. Oh my goodness, Cookies fucking knew it. Cookie, I don't know anything about despite being a VTuber, I don't know any single VTuber. I don't know any one of them. Untap that creature, gains haste until the end of turn. Fuck it, let's do it. Fuck it, we ball. He didn't like that. Hope that helps, Anonymome. Charlie Mulligan, how you doing, man? Hatsune Miku. Oh, again, people just quit. Why do people just quit when playing this deck? They just look at you and then quit. How do people make those little virtual characters? There's a program, and I'll tell you the name of the program. I actually made one. If you want to know who made mine, go right there to ICPJs on Twitter. I made one originally. I'm not very good at it, so a good friend of the channel, ICPJs over at Rebellion, made it. It's just it's basically all it is like graphic design. You make a skin, and then the program wraps the skin. VTuber Studio, Vroid Studio, either one of those will make your own character. This one was made for me by a good friend. The International Consortium of Peanut Butter and Jelly Sandwiches. Hatsune Miku. Is she a VTuber? I don't know if she's a VTuber. Would you call her? I mean, does she have a stream? She's more of a Vocaloid artist more than anything else. Oof. Let's do Voldaren Epicure. Time and Rounds. Okay, I like that guy. I like that name. That's a fucking edgy name. I like edgy names. I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, blue-haired character does not narrow it down. It really doesn't. Like, that's like saying a anime character who talks with a really high voice. Like, it's all of them, bro. It's all of them. Let's swing in and see what happens. Cookie Sand Stream. Wow. The end. No, he's getting rid of all the Vrans in the world. Wow, look at that. Is a Darude Sandstorm. Vampire. Oh, why did that happen? Vampire. Vampire. Done. Discard a card, sacrifice a vampire. Oh no, I don't want to do that. We'll just do this. Alright, now we'll do that. Draw 2 cards. Bloodtide Harvester, Murkoff Baron, that's pretty good. Drift Ronin. Gix's Command, very nice. Good use of Gix's Command there. Gixian. Very Gixian of you. Okay. Boogeyman, 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 Boogeyman. Charles Mulligan. That reminds me of the Charles Mulligan Steakhouse. Gix's Command, naturally. Naturally, they're going to have back-to-back Gixie boys. They're going to have all the... probably a third one here. Probably like 5 or 6 more Gix's Commands, at least. Probably every card left in his deck is Gix's Command, I would imagine. Eaten alive. He's gonna sacrifice. Boom, pop. Boom, pop. Okay. Okay. What do we do here? Tenacious Underdog. Falcon Wreath Pit Fighter. I don't think she's very useful, but we'll give her a shot. Create a blood token. Okay, there we go. Mosswood Dread Knight, very nice. Direct removal? What are we talking about here? Yeah, eaten alive. Okay. Boom. Pop. Cavern of Souls, we don't want that. We don't want that. Oh my god. What? Why? Why? Why is this happening? Why did that happen? Alright, we're gone. Goodbye. We're not dealing with that. That's ridiculous. That's absurd. That's cosmically absurd. Come on. It will not let me out of plat hell. No matter what. That is... Don't tell me that's not fucking... That's normal. That's a normal thing to happen. Don't fucking sit here and lie to me to my face and say that's normal. Alright, we're gonna do that. That's the flood. You know me. Like we said. Didn't we say it? He said J Villain ain't nobody gonna flood like J Villain. Ain't no party like a J Villain party because the J Villain party don't stop flooding. Vampire. Bartolome de Presidio. Don't forget 2 of every animal. Swing. Feldum, Ronom, Excavator. He's gonna swing him in. I can take the 2. I don't really give a shit. Oof. Buff. Kick punch. It's all in the mind. Okay, very nice. Welcome new people, old people, cool people, cold people, by the way. I see a lot of new people here. Got a decent amount of people here tonight. Welcome, everybody, to the show. I'm normally not this grumpy. But I'm in a mood tonight, man. Fucking standard, man. Got me feeling some kind of way. Monstrous Rage. Okay, he's gonna hit me for 5 right there. Maybe a little bit more than 5. He's gonna do that. Boom. Vito. Go, Vito, go. Okay, so let's do... Let's do that. Boom, boom. I think I got him. All I gotta do is a Voldaren Thrillseeker explode. Unless he has Brotherhood's End, which is really gonna fuck me up. Well, not even. I'll survive with Bartolome de Presidio. I don't think that he is going to put anything down. He hits. I think he's just gonna scoop, right? Yeah, there we go. Alright, that works. Can we make it? All we asking for is plat 3. I don't think that's too much. I go first, not bad. Bartolome Presidio. All right. Counterspell? We don't have a Cavern of Souls yet, so hard to say. Hard to say. He might put something on there. We gotta push, though. Sentinel. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Siege Vet. Okay, very nice. Boom. Swing in. Let's see if he wants to lose it. You've been kicking buck and ranked historic with your merfolk. That's pretty good, man. I'm glad. Valiant Veteran. Okay, so we already know what this is, pretty much. Valiant Veteran. You can swing it for 5. 6, probably. Oh, no. He spread it out? Okay. Annihilating Glare. Let's do this, then. He wants to get wild. Let's get fucking wild. He's probably got some destruction that he's not played yet, or exile. Sky Strike Officer. I would be surprised if he doesn't. If not, I'm going to hit him with Annihilating Glare. I'm going to hit him with Voldaren and Annihilating Glare. Okay, going to do that. Put that on that. Build up. Okay. Dominating Vamp. Interesting. So let's put this down. Target creature Planeswalker. Let's get rid of you. Let's make you die. Save for Sentinel. Boom. Goes back to the hand. Buff. We do next. 2 combat. We swing in. Does he want to lose Zephyr? Probably does. No, he's going to take the 6. Okay, sweet. Legendary Dragon's deck is also wicked that gets you far. Switch between and win and move a lot of them for now. That's pretty cool, man. What kind of legendary dragons is it? Is it historic? What kind of build is it? Is it that Mirror Worm one? That's a cool one. The Mirror Worm or whatever she's called. I hope he swings in so I can steal Sky Strike and then swoop. That would be pretty good. I hope he swings in. I do. I hope he swings. Swing, swing from the tables of my heart. It's up by the something, something, something. Do you know what it feels like being alone? I'll find someone new. Do 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 do. Y'all know that song? Yeah, remember that shit from way back? I hope he swings it, man. Oh my god, I hope he swings. No, you didn't swing. Oh man, my turn. That's too bad, bro. That's too bad. Let's do it. Let's give it a shot. Confront the negotiators. That's the only thing I can think of. Resolute reinforcements. That's not really going to help. Bartolome de Presidio. So let's grab this. Let's grab that guy. Take him. Bartolome de Presidio. He draws a card. Alright. We're gonna swing. Okay, perfect. Get rid of that. Gain life. Boom. Eldarin Thrill Seeker. I don't think he has enough to kill me. If he does a full swing here, I don't think it's going to be enough. All I need to do is get the Eldarin Thrill Seeker out and I can explode it for the win. Yeah, it was like an emo song from like 2003 or 2004, man. That's what it was. Alright, we're gonna... No, we gotta do this. Does he got Protect Negotiators? Yeah, Protect the Negotiators. He's in great shape. He's in fucking fantastic. He's in top form. Or a removal. What's he got? He does! He had the counterspell. Look at that. Falcon Wreath Pipe Fitter. Let's go. He's got to lose that one. Let's put the pressure on him. Oof. Recruitment officer. Okay, so he can't stop this. Whatever else happens, he can't stop what's coming next. I can do 5 damage to him. He can't do 27 points of damage. Even though I don't block shit, he can't do 27 points of damage. Which I have some decent blocks anyways. There's Harbin, which he would have won if he played it, but he doesn't have it. Unfortunately, Eldarin is going to spell the doom. That's going to be it. That's going to be your doom right there. All right. Let's see if we can finish strong, boys. Okay. Visions of Phyrexia. I don't know if anybody ever used that card. Is it Draft Chess? I mean, it's a rare. It was a good win. Thank you, Trex. Appreciate that. It's pretty solid. He was getting scared. He was nervous about the whole thing. I'm a lyrical gangster, turn around. Call me hot stepper, turn around. I'm probably singing that song so wrong. That's okay though, I like it. It's fine to sing songs wrong if you enjoy them. I'm sure the artist probably doesn't care as long as you're enjoying yourself. That's not a terrible. I mean, starting, it's could be better. Could have a 1-drop, but hey, whatever you need. He thinks he's gonna get somewhere because he's got this Cavern of Souls, I think. The Schoon. Let's get the Schoon Cave. Boom. Take a hit. Gain life. Alright. Bat. Who's he gonna look at? Took that one. Is he gonna swing the Schoon Cave in? He is. He's gonna Schoon the whole Schoon Cave right there. Okay. What's he gonna do? Direct removal or something? What's he gonna do here? He's got a kill card. I'm sure he's got a kill card. Positive about it, yeah. There you go. Alright, so we got that to grab. Boom, boom. Right. It's another deep cavern bat. Fantastic. Is he gonna swing in with the Schoon Cave? Gopher. Okay. Let's grab that, swap that out. Hold there an Epicure. And no attacks. That's a Larcenist. Totally made the Presidio. Wait. Does he have another removal? Let's try this. Get that back. Kaito Shizuki.
Bet you can't catch us.
He's gonna swing. Counterspell. Anything? Instant life? No. No instant ramen for you. No instant ramen for you, man. Sorry. Alright. Oh yeah, there's a... Alright, let's see if we can have a strong game here. Okay. Vampire, let's ping him out with that. Patchwork Automaton. Love to see these artifact decks resurging. Okay. No attacks. Very nice. Let's try. Let's try Vran. In case he tries to knock out stuff. He's got an instant he doesn't want to play, or he wants to play it, is not sure he should. That's gonna release some. That's gonna release some of that. Let's see if he wants to take the hit. He does not. Okay, so we can sacrifice a bunch of blood tokens to do Vito. Patchwork Automaton. Up. He's pretty locked up here. Bartolome. Swap that out. Keep it life. Swap this out. Cancel. Okay, hold on. We'll do Bartolome. Lost life. Tingle there. Falcon Fire. Created a demon with Vito. I don't know if he's got the... Yeah, he doesn't have it. Little stymied on mana there. Interesting build, off mono red of what you would normally see, but he did not have it. Good stuff, though. Good stuff, though.